You're watching Family Magic UK, and this week's episode is another one from our top 5 series.
Woo.
We're going to be discussing our top 5 shows and parades that we enjoy watching at Disneyland Paris. Whoop whoop. So we've combined both in this one because we've not been, we don't feel we've been enough or seen enough of the shows and parades to do a separate parade one and a separate show one. Yeah, like the previous episodes in this series, I have no idea what Ben has chosen, and Ben doesn't know what I've chosen. Right, babe, what's your top 5?
Coming in number 5 is a show, Frozen, a musical invitation.
Yeah. At Walt Disney Studios.
At Walt Disney Studios, I think it's more or less as you walk through and then you go past the statue with Walt and Mickey.
Yeah.
It's just right on the right hand side.
Yeah, it's in the animation theatre.
Yeah, and I've gone with that because I believe we did that in 2019 originally.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone's a big Frozen fan. The boys loved it, and it's not only a show, it's live music. So you walk through, and each bit has got a different stage because obviously it's quite quick.
Yeah, you don't sit. You're standing,
Yeah,
and you're going like around a circular stage.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
sort of idea, I think.
And Sven steals the show because that is an animatronic.
Yeah, he was an animatronic. Yeah.
And the boys loved it. The kids loved it.
Yeah.
So that's what I've gone with for number 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 4, I've gone with another show. I've gone with The Lion King.
Right.
The Rhythm of the Pride Lands.
Yeah.
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 You're smiling like that's on yours.
It might be. It might be.
So the reason I've gone with that is obviously the songs, the live action dancing, the gymnasts that come from the ceiling.
Yeah.
They're all over the stage.
I mean, they were like hanging from the ceiling, weren't they?
The kids, the Timon and Pumbaa characters kind of stole the show for the children.
Yeah.
The children were laughing all the way through. They were very funny. They were running in and out, falling over. And the fact that the stage moved throughout the performance.
Yeah.
Was very well choreographed, very well designed.
Yeah, because they don't have, it's not like a West End theatre or a Broadway theatre. They had to create something that they could manage on that little stage.
I'm pretty certain that it is live singing.
It sounded live.
It did sound live.
I mean, they were wearing mics.
And it was just an all-round good experience. I think it was about 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah,
tops.
it wasn't long.
So that's what I've gone with for number 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming in number 3, I've got a parade. And I've gone for the Christmas parade that we seen in December 2022.
So last year's Christmas parade.
Yeah, so that's what I'm for. The decorations, the music, all the floats, and then obviously, of course, the main man himself, Santa, was at the back.
Yeah.
And then the celebration, the fake snow at the end.
Yeah.
Which again the kids loved, and you know, so. that's what I've gone for number 3. Because again, it just sticks out, and it's our most recent.
Yeah, it was the last time we were there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I've gone with number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So number 2,
Right.
I've gone with a show. Yeah.
Okay.
I've gone for Mickey and the Magician.
Right. Oh my god. Yeah, okay.
And you got exactly the same list.
I guess.
You've got exactly the same list. Boom. We've seen it once.
Yeah.
And
Well, it wasn't on when we were there, our first trip as a family. It just started up again when we went in October.
I wasn't expecting what I was going to see. It was
No.
very, very good. Yes, half of it is in French, half of it is in English. But you get the
Yeah,
gist on
you
what they're
still
saying
know
and
what's
what they're
going
going
on.
on. The interaction with the crowd. I'm not going to give too much away.
No.
But it's very interactive.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're almost like you're part of the show, and the show just isn't just on the stage.
without giving it away.
Yeah.
And if you've got a good seat, then that will definitely help with the show.
100%. So,
I'm pretty sure I know what your number one's going to be now.
right, coming in at my number 1, a parade.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the parade that I have gone for is Dream and Shine Bright On. So the Dream and Shine Brighter parade was created for the Disneyland Paris 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in which we seen for the first time in March 2022.
Yeah, it just started when we went there. We were really lucky when we booked our trip that they started the anniversary celebrations early. I think it was like the 6th of March, and we were there from the 17th.
It was middle to end of
Yeah,
March, give or
yeah.
take.
We were there like just till Jacob's birthday.
That's right,
So yeah, it was
Middle of March. So it's only been out for like 10 days.
or something.
Yeah.
So luckily,
We didn't know anything about the parade. We hadn't seen any spoilers.
It was very good. And,
Yeah.
and you can clearly see because it's making you smile already.
Oh, I know.
So.
Ready for the ride.
So that is my top 5.
So I put The Lion King is my number 5. In terms of the movies, for the Frozen to The Lion King, but The Lion King show was, like, I would have paid to go see that.
And I saw the Lion King musical.
Years ago when I was a kid, and I wasn't a huge fan. I really struggle with musicals sometimes, especially on the stage. But the rhythm of the Pride show that we saw was like a mixture of West End and Cirque du Soleil. And what I loved about it was they just focused on the songs,
Didn't there?
Yeah.
And which is why
it was only 25 minutes. And yeah, there was, I mean, it was a couple of thousand
of us that were crammed in that theatre. It was amazing how
got us all in. Because they do so many shows throughout the day as well, don't they? So as soon as a show finishes, they've got to get 2,000-3,000 people out and then another 2,000-3,000 people back in. I was so glad that the boys liked it, because we've tried to get them to watch the film, and unfortunately
they've just not gotten into it. I'm not sure why.
I wish they did. However, they sat there and never made a
Peep, did they?
Nope.
They just
were glued. And as you do as an audience, you know, every time a song finished, everyone clapped their hands. And bless him, Jacob, because he was enjoying the show, he didn't like that people were clapping. And I think it was because he thought that that would be it finished. Holly was watching him, wasn't she? And she said he was stopping the people, because you're very close to the people around you. And he was stopping the people behind
from clapping their hands.
I was over the moon that he enjoyed it, because we weren't sure, because like I say, he's not really watched the film, didn't know how he would react with the sound, because it was live.
It was very loud.
Yeah, it was loud.
I mean, amazing little theatre that they had. I didn't even know it was there until
we'd heard that show was on.
I would, definitely recommend it. And then my number 4 is Frozen.
I just had them the other way
So
around.
you just switched them around, 4th, 5.
Yeah,
5,
because
5. As a film, I prefer Frozen.
Okay, fine.
And again, it was only like 20-25 minutes. And like Ben said, you're not sitting, it's stood. Like you're put in rows, aren't you? And it's done in a way so that nobody can push in front of you. You know, you go round in the same row. And yeah, it was amazing seeing Sven singing and interacting with Kristoff as an animatronic. It was just amazing. And we learnt the dance, didn't we, for Let It Go. So Kristoff and Anna explain the moves so that you can do it at the end, you know, as the big finale.
You do it all together. Yes, obviously.
But my number 3 is Christmas Parade, but not the one you picked.
Okay.
So I went for one we saw in 2019. Now, we recently rewatched the video because I found that we still had the video to this. Ben got a GoPro for that holiday and he captured the whole parade. Last year's one was really good. The song was good. The parade floats were amazing. 2019 one for me was just that extra bit special because it was before COVID. The characters, I felt, interacted better with the crowds. And I felt the characters we had in the 2019 one were good because like Goofy was the front of the parade and he was like the band leader. And so it was like he was doing, and it went round. We were stood near the castle, weren't we? And it went round the middle.
We were stood somewhere in the roundabout.
Yeah.
I can't remember where, but yes.
Yeah. And the song was good.
Yeah.
And it was just it was the boys' first time seeing a parade. And the fact that it was a Christmas parade as well. I think it was just the memory, the first parade that they saw in their first trip to Disney. I mean, my brother-in-law sheds a tear of joy at the end of the video because he was just so overwhelmed by how magical it was.
I'm sure he'll thank you for that.
Yeah, sorry, Matt. It does. It sometimes can. I know it seems a bit silly to other people, but you know, sometimes watching the parade and the shows, it gives you goosebumps. You're full of emotion. As a fan, obviously, it's just that extra special, and when you've got kids as well, and they're enjoying it, and so I think that's why I went for the Christmas 2019 one.
Okay.
My number 2 is the same, Mickey and the Magician. I'd heard of the show and I was so glad that it was going to be on.
We were there in October.
I was so impressed. I had no idea what the show was about, really. Obviously to do with a magician and magic. But other than that, I didn't know who else was going to be in it and about the music. And it was like so magical. Like it was literally like, I mean, I would easily pay to go and watch that.
So similar reasons for me.
Yeah.
To me, sorry.
Yes.
Number 2, so.
Yeah.
2, so.
Yeah.
Or why ponder what your first one's going to be? It really will rack my brain.
I'm ready for the red. Yeah, so Dream Big, Shine Brighter Parade. Yeah, as Ben said, it's celebrate 30 years Disneyland Paris. And wow, amazing. The parade itself is just simple. The floats are just really bright and colourful. And they're transparent as well, just slightly. But they're not overly dressed, the floats, like they are for Christmas or for Halloween. You know, they're just plain, but just multicoloured. The characters that they've included in the parade were a really good choice of characters. I mean, when we saw Miguel, oh my God, we were like, ah, Miguel! The dancers were amazing. There's 2 main songs in the parade. There's Ready for the Ride and Un monde qui s'illumine. I think I've said it right. And then they mix it all with classic Disney songs. When we were there, obviously, it's only been on, like I said earlier, for like 10 days. But by the time we went in October, which unfortunately, because of Halloween, they had to stop the full Shine Brighter parade and only did a mini one. But even when the mini one came out, everyone was dancing, weren't they, and singing along. Yeah. And the cast members were, like, they know all the dance moves. And I think now, if you visit the park this year, up until September, the parade and the celebration is running right through. And honestly, any of those cast members that are around while it's on, ask them at the end and they'll help you learn the dance moves, because most of them know. So, and it's just happy. It just makes you feel good. It's such a good choice of song and parade. I can't wait to see it when we go in March. Yeah, and let us know if you agree with our top 5 and if you also would have Dream Shine Brighter as your number 1. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and have a magical day.